I'm drunk as fuck, B, so I thought I should share this story with you. Be me, 15 years old. Be in Romania. Live in an orphanage. I'd rather have lived in hell. War in Moldova breaks out in 1992. Stole money for over a month so I can go there and maybe make a life for myself. Gathered enough money and headed out. 3 more weeks of almost dying every day. Get accepted into the army without any ID. Around a month later, one night, I get shot in the head. God bless Russian ammunition. The bullet moved at half the speed it should have and bounced off. Stayed in hospital for the rest of the war. Moldovan government wants to pay me. Ask instead for an apartment. They give me a shitty 2-room apartment. Fast forward to 1998. I made a decent life for myself and even became a Moldovan citizen. Everything went really nicely until this one fucking night. I can't recall the exact day, but I was taking a walk as I usually do. Decided to take a detour. The worst decision I ever fucking made. A little girl sits on the ground. Her clothes are all fucked up and she isn't moving. Is she dead? I thought. I poked her. I kept doing it until I heard a muffled, "Please stop." She didn't even raise her face to look at me. I asked her what was the matter. She told me she had ran away from her orphanage. She said it was like hell. That struck too close to home for me. I knew all too well what she was feeling. I asked her if she wanted to come home with me. To this day, I still remember her exact words. "Are you going to rape me too?" What? I told her that I wasn't, and I told her to come with me. She lifted up her face to look at me. Have you ever seen the face of a dead person? That's exactly how she looked. I grabbed her by the arm and took her home. To this day, I believe she thought I was going to rape her, feed her, and give her some of my old clothes. They were way too big for her, but they did the trick. I asked her what her name was. Let's call her Anna. We talked for a bit. I learned what she's been through and what happened at her orphanage. Basically raped constantly. Found out she was only 11. Told her to go to sleep as it was very late. Lay on the floor of the kitchen and fall asleep. Next day, I go into my room and she's all over the place. One of her feet is up against a wall, the other dangling off the edge of the bed. Her arms are in every single direction possible. She's drooling, and I mean fucking drooling. My bed almost became an ocean. Literally the funniest and cutest shit I've ever seen. Close the door. Try not to die of laughter. About 4 hours later, she wakes up. She says she's sorry and she should go back. Tell her to screw the orphanage and share what my childhood was about. She finally understands why I took her home. Give her some more food. The days go by. She learns how to make really goddamn good food. While watching TV, I take a look at her, still wearing my old clothes. That won't do, I tell myself, and I take her shopping. Get some weird looks from people because she's still wearing my very oversized clothes. Buy her the cutest fucking skirt I've ever seen. That shit cost me half of my salary, but damn, it was worth it just to see her beautiful smile. A few weeks later, she starts having nightmares of being abused. Won't sleep alone in her room. Buy a bigger bed so I can sleep in the same room with her. The nightmares seem to get rarer and rarer. 3rd of August, 2001. She calls me Daddy. Happiest day of my life, and I'll never forget it. Months go by, and I take her to school. She's finally getting an education. Smartest kid in her class. Gather money to bribe some people to create official documents which would say that I'm her father. Works out without a single hiccup. Officially her father on the 10th of September, 2002. Now, this is where all goes to shit. I take her home as usual. She's unusually quiet. Typically, Anna would tell me everything about her day, but not today. She just walked alongside me and would just say yes or no now to every single one of my questions. We get home, and I make dinner this time. While eating, she bursts into tears. Is my food really that bad? Anna tells me some kids trapped her in the bathroom and fucked her. Fuck, I'm getting my blood boiling just as I'm reading this. Go out of my fucking mind. Ask her what are the names of those little fucking shits, and she won't tell me. I get really fucking angry. Tell her that I'll kill the entire school until I find them. Finally, she breaks and tells me, find those little shit stains that look like humans, follow them home one by one, and beat the absolute shit out of them. Every day, one guy. This went on for 5 days. None of them ever came back to school. Don't know if I killed them or fucked them up for life. Preferably the latter, since those fuckfaces don't even deserve death. Kids at school call her a whore. They say that she fucks me. Tell her that if I were to go away, she must take care of herself. I literally had in my mind killing 300 or more kids and all the teachers who would do nothing when I asked for fucking help. She realizes it and stops me. Weeks pass and she gets more and more silent. Doesn't talk to me. I try to reach out to her, promise her that I'd protect her no matter what. It's the 2nd of January, 2004. I go to visit a friend and tell Anna that she can do whatever she wants while I'm gone. Come back home. Silence. Get the worst gut feeling I've ever gotten. Go to her room, and nothing. Go to the kitchen, and nothing. Go to the bathroom. I find her lying face down. Turn her over. She stabbed herself in the heart. Sit down next to her and start crying for like an eternity. Eventually, a neighbor entered the room after hearing all the goddamn crying I was doing. He called the police. I attacked the policemen when they tried to take me away from her. They handcuffed me to a pipe in the bathroom. All of them had this look of pity in their face, which I'll never forget. Calm down and go to the police station to give a report. The policeman found a note. I don't have the stomach to type it. I'm sorry. Go to identify her body. I look at her face for the last time. That look on her face, it was the same as when I first found her. Hopeless and dead. Bury her. The skirt I bought for her years ago wouldn't fit on her anymore, so I put it next to her alongside a picture of me and her I had taken a year ago. I regret ever meeting her. Maybe if she hadn't met me, she'd have been happier. Maybe she'd be alive. I think that's the end of my journey for me. It was an honor shitposting with all of you guys. I was a bad person my entire life and never done a good thing, but if I had one wish I'd ask God if he exists, it would be if I could see her for just one more fucking time.